organized by coalitions of all Progressive Congress youth groups, titled Youth Group Leaders First Vote of Confidence on Memala Buni. As preamble, the coalition of all Progressive Congress APC youth group wish to use this medium to cast a vote of confidence on the chairman of all Progressive Congress APC Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee CECFC, Governor Memala Buni, overall as a leader of the party, and most particularly wish to call on the youth and other members of the party to disregard fake news and any other attempts and flop to destabilize the party and success recorded so far. No well-meaning party member will condone any distraction at a time when the Buni-led CFC committee has done so much in repositioning the party in line with the guidance of President Muhammadu Buhari. As young people within the party, we consider it very imperative at this time to remind leaders and members of the party of the progressive leadership that Governor Memala Buni has given to the CPC and the party at large since being in saddle. Governor Memala Buni has continued to increase the fortune of the party as a man of goodwill and courage alongside his members. He was able to bring on board Governor Metole of Zamfara State into APC, Governor Professor Aide of Cross River State into APC, Governor Umahi into APC, His Excellency Benga Daniel into APC, His Excellency Eyaku into APC, His Excellency Bala Engilare into APC, Anambra Deputy Governor into APC, Sen Emmanuel Voucher into APC, Sen Hassan Dambu into APC, Sen Stella Odua into APC, Sen Elisha Avo into APC, he brought Senator Abdul Aziz Enyako into APC, Sen Iola Omishere into APC, Sen Babanabas Gamede into APC, Sen Isa Hamma Misau into APC, former Speaker Dogara into APC, former Speaker Damage Bankolo into APC, former Army Chief of Staff Eherjeka into APC, Honorable Fani Kayode into APC, Prim Olusegun Adele into APC, Engineer Adeola Sosawo into APC, Chief Jimo Ibrahim into APC, former Head of Service of the Federation Mr. Dalladi Kipasi into APC, Alhaji Salihu Sagir Take into APC, over 10 Cyber House of Representatives that joined APC under his watch, which include Honorable Emuzi from River State, Honorable David Abel from Taraba State, Honorable Kolowale Lawal from Ogun State, Honorable Detti Yako from Kano State, Hon Ranjum Mashitu from Taraba State, Honorable Tajuddin from Ondo State, Honorable Hom Oniva from Abia State, Honorable Blessing Onu from Benue, Honorable Yakuba Abdullahi from Bauchi, Honorable Abiola Fita Makinde from Ondo State, and many former members of State House of Assembly and former ministers. Despite the challenging bedeviling the party before the emergence of the CFC, Governor Memala Buni was able to stabilize the party through several reconciliation and commitment, increasing the number of governors in the fall of the party, successfully conducting membership registration, holding word to state congresses, and availing avenues to address grievances ahead of the National Convention. While we agree that challenges cannot be ignored, especially as 2023 approaches, we wish to call for all and work together towards a successful convention. Governor Buni and the Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee has done a lot for the party, but in our individual capacities, we need to encourage him to do more, especially in the moment of transition being organized by the party. As we move forward, we wish to thank our national leader, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for the call to order issued by his spokesman, Malam Garba Shehu. This has once again vindicated him as a true Democrat and a father to all. This is an added catalyst for a successful convention coming up. As we approach a very crucial transition year 2023, we must invest more in every effort that can promote unity and peace, in order to further convince Nigerians about the continued willingness of our party to transform Nigeria further. Once again, we hereby express our total confidence and solidarity with the caretaker and extraordinary convention planning committee and the leadership of Governor Buni. May Almighty Allah bless our president and increase it in good health, and bless our nation, bless our party, and bless all of us, and guide us to our various destinations happily and safely. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, representatives of APC groups, representatives of civil service organizations, representatives of anti-corruption agencies, and representatives of security agencies, other critical stakeholders, we start on an existing protocol. The plot to procure court judgment against the leadership of the APC, CECPC leadership, that is Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee. We welcome you all to this press conference to inform the generality of Nigerians about the plot by some despicable groups and individuals to cause an uprising with the APC and the country at large in pursuit of an ambition built on deceit and the quest for power through the back door. As we may be aware, some governors within the party have attempted to change the leadership of the APC Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee under Governor Buni of Yobe State. As despicable as this might sound, there have been an attempt at effecting a change in the leadership of the party, not on the strength of the interests of the party, but in furtherance of a blind ambition towards taking over the party structure through the back door in the build-up to the 2023 general elections. We wish to state that we have it on good authority that since the humiliation suffered by the sponsors of the failed leadership change in the party, there have been concerted effort to use the instrument of the court to achieve their objectives of effecting a change in the leadership of the party. We wish to inform all APC stakeholders and members of the general public that part of the new plot is to secure a court judgment through the back door that will sack the party's leadership from office. The scheme, which is heavily funded by a serving minister and presidential aspirant from the South, has earmarked close to 5 billion naira for this purpose. We have it on our own reliable information that from our credible source, 5 billion naira has been earmarked to execute this plot. We wish to inform members of the public as well as the security agencies that a sum of 2.5 billion naira has been earmarked as payment for the lawyers that will initiate the process, as well as reaching out to the willing judge who would in turn be rewarded with the same sum of 2.5 million naira. The plan is for the judge to give an injunction against the chairman of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee that will pave the way for a change in the party's leadership through the back door. Part of the plan is to secretly obtain this order without service on the parties in a way of ex parte motion. This is unacceptable. But for a serving minister of the APC to lead this plot against a party through which he actualizes ambition of being a minister for almost 8 years, despite the odds against him. We wish to use this medium to call all relevant security agencies, anti-corruption agencies, to be on the watch out for this despicable plot to undermine democracy. The Nigerian Police, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and the Department of State Security Services should be on alert in this regard, as the plot has reached an advanced stage. The general public is also encouraged to be on the watch, as the manifestation of this plot will gather steam soonest. It is our consideration, it is our considered opinion that this minister and some governors are desperate to secure the court injunction to secure a change in the party's leadership. If you remember, on the 14th of last month, I was here, this same place. I mentioned some names. I dwell so much on this plot. That was the first plot that Buhari fought. Thank God we have a president that allows due process. There's no way a certain governor from the north will go on television to deceive Nigerians that Buhari is the one that sacked the Buni, which is a lie. We should use this medium to all relevant agencies and anti-corruption agency to be on the watch for this despicable plot to undermine democracy. The Nigerian Police, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and the Department of State Security should be on alert in this regard as the plot has reached an advanced stage. The general public is also encouraged to be on the watch as the manifestation of this plot will gather steam soonest. It is our considered opinion that this minister and some governors are desperate to secure the court injunction to secure a change in the party's leadership. It remains embarrassing that these governors have elected to throw caution in the wind in pursuing an ambition built on deceit and the incredible quest for power at all costs and not minding whose ox is God. They have carried on like demigods, not minding that they have performed woefully in their various states. To think that they want to impose this malice on the party is most despicable and should be resisted by all well-meaning members of the APC and the country at large. The party's interests must come first, and we must come to terms with the stark reality before us to stand up for the truth in the perseverance of the life of the APC as a party of progressive-minded people. The general public must be aware of this despicable plot, hence this press conference, to raise public awareness of the plot undermine the efforts made by the Buni leadership of the APC. We want to use this medium to send a note of warning to judges and justice in the legal profession to refuse to be used as pawns to truncate the democratic process in Nigeria. The implication of allowing themselves to be used by some APC governors indeed portends grave danger for the sustenance of democracy in Nigeria. However, we are confident in the judiciary integrity to stand for justice and equity. We thank you all for your time and attention, and democracy shall prevail. God bless Nigeria. Yes, if you remember, I was here on the 14th of February last month. I mentioned name. The same name that I mentioned, they are still the same. Quote me, I'm saying this. My name is Tobias Ogbe. The same name that I mentioned came to the fore. Understand? This is the one that I have been giving, right? You list my about 6 press conferences on this same matter.
So, are you optimistic that this issue will be resolved and this convention will take place in the APC?
Of course. We are not saying that there should not be a convention, but doing the right thing at the same time. If there is an issue, why not? But some governors, they are based on, because they have the backings of a serving minister who is aspiring to be our president in 2023. He's the one funding, he's the one causing all these problems, understand? So if they come to round table discussion, that will resolve the issues. Who is happy that his house is on fire? Nobody. Are we saying?